Supersonics Money Transfer is giving you an unbeatable offer this Tobaski. Your family and friends can now send you monies from the whole of Europe, US, Canada, and Switzerland for absolutely free. Yes! This Tobaski, enjoy our safe, fast, reliable, and convenient money transfer service with the largest payout network in the Gambia at zero transfer charges. So your family and friends wouldn't have to worry about transfer charges when sending you monies from Europe, USA, Canada, and Switzerland this Tobaski. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics. Support your own. Tobaski just got better with Supersonics Money Transfer.
To Gambian Talents promotion. The Gambia's first non-profit online public broadcasting network and home of culture and entertainment. At GTP, we bring you the best of Gambian creativity right to your doorsteps. Sell your products and services to millions of Gambians and friends of the Gambia via our online radio, TV, and newspaper. Advertise your business and watch your clientele grow like never before. Our content from the Gambia gets the diaspora hooked up to our screen, whilst those in Gambia love what we bring for them from afar. This gives us a unique edge and separates us from the rest. If you want to be heard or seen by the world, contact GTP. We tap, nurture, and promote Gambian talents and businesses. Think promotion, think GTP. For all your event coverages, religious gathering, naming ceremonies, weddings, documentaries, music videos, TV and radio commercial, and more. We also do design and print jobs of all types, logos, business cards, brochures, flyers, t-shirts, coffee mugs, banners, billboards, catalogs, and magazines. We also do lamination and projector rentals. We are the first Gambian non-profit online public broadcasting network with over 300,000 active followers across all social media. Contact GTP on 750-3654 750-3654 or 794-9214 794-9214 404-593-6215 or email us at gambiantalents@gmail.com. GTP, the people's power.
And we are right here at Westfield to assess the situation. How are the governments really coping with this new regulation? Are they observing it? Yes or no? You'll find out more in our today's night stroll. My name is Yusuf Ajata, and of course Ajibintu will also be joining me to take you through the night. You know how the Gambia is looking like at the third night of the curfew. Ajibintu? Like I said, we are at Westfield right now, and you know it normally. By this time, Westfield used to be very, very busy. But just look at the place. It's very, very empty, as you can see the place. So it seems people are really respecting this new regulation. Ajibintu.
Assalamualaikum askan mi len dalalat ak jàmm rek fi ci Gambian Talents TV comme suma natango num ko waxe Youssoufa man la Ajibintu Daw tay nak dañ genn ak yeen pour dugga ci biir dëkk bi xol dëkk bi nu muy doxé ni suñ délo suñ xel ci ay fan ci gannaaw rek am nañ lobu SD dañ wara am li nga xam ne moy coffee fi ci réewi Gambia te according to coffee bobu non nak from 10 o'clock to 5 AM ci suba ku nekk da nga wara tok sa biir kër ku nekk nga tok do genn ci biti so we expecting ñi nga yaakar ne tali bi nak dinañ fekk mu empty cause expecting pour gis fi kenn lu dut ñi nga xam ne ñooñu la luwaa bàyyi pour ñu nekk si biti pour make sure that nit yaa ngi si biti waaye nag ñu ngi fii si Westfield nag time bi daf dee nekk place boo xamante ne daf dee busy torop time bi nit yaa ngi xëccoo push and pull pour am moto waaye Yusufa soo bàyyee sa xel soo xoolee environment bi nii doo gis kenn moto doo ko gis dafa mel ni daal Gambia time bi nii ñu ngi respect ko fi bi waaye tamit si biir gàttal wala si biir xalaat est-ce que Gambia coffee bi lañu respect the law imposed by the government or is it that dañ ragal a fay the 5,000?
Ajibinto, I think that's a very, very good question because like you rightly mentioned, right now we all know how Westfield used to be, people coming from Banjul, from Kolol, from Serekunda, they are all gathered here, to push and pull, to get the transport, to go to be it Brikama, be it traffic light, but right now just look at the place, how empty it is. So I think it seems like Gambian really respect this new regulation. But like you said, the respect, is it out of the policy or is it out of respect or is it out of fear, like many people will say? People are not coming out because they are fear of the security personnel, or people are afraid that they might be paying 5,000 Gambian dollars. Like they said, if anyone failed to observe, they're going to be paying $5,000.
Yusufa su ma bëggee dégg si li nga wax rek loolu nekk na loo xamante ne lu important la because gis nañ ne li nga xam ne mooy coronavirus xal naa yàgga tuuti si fiir réewi Gambia even though mu ngi nekk si dëkk yu bëri lu yàgga waaye nag Gambia tamit bu mu amee li nga xam ne mooy COVID-19 yàgga na so lan moo tax jaaxal na ma torop why is it that we are doing it now lan moo tax ñu denk di start coffee now it's something that it's just tipping on my mind.
Maybe regret, maybe people have really regretted. You know that since at the initial stage a lot of people take this virus to be a myth. Some people were even saying that it's a politics, the government is doing this in order to gain attention and of course money from international communities like the United Nations, European Union and so on. But it seems now people are really respecting the COVID-19. It's real of course, but people are really seeing this. Like we are used to last minute, back days in our school we say last minute though. So you will not study till it's 1 week or some days to exam. So I think like it's the same policy applying right now. People didn't take this thing very serious at the initial stage, but right now look what is happening. And I'm sorry to say this, but it's like things are a bit too late.
Yusufa noo ko waxee rek noonu la mun nañoo delloo suñ xel si gannaaw suñ daan dem school dañ dee wax ne last minute dee yoo LMD nga bàyyi ba exam nga soog a toog si toogu bi pour nga bugg a loo def the whole time nga am ko sa bopp bi that same night xam nga loolu daf dee nekk loo xamante ne dafa difficult and it will be something late loo war a am yëpp doo ko am so I think Gambia tamit currently we are dealing with LMD because had it been dafa happen before it will be something helpful.
Sure.
If we attack this stuff, because so whole is initial stage, things even started, we were having like 1 new case,
exactly
4 new case, 2 new case. That we were just like 4, 2, 3, 4.
And we even have longer period before the government would even announce the next new case. But now it seems like in a day we receive 50 above. Like it's yes, really things are really getting out of hand.
We registered how much? 115 new cases yesterday.
And Ajibin, it seems that the security personnel are really carrying their job right now. Yes. As you can see the vehicle going right there, you can see the security personnel they are going. So I think in a few minutes later we're gonna see the Thai presence of security in Westfield here. Ajibinto.
Wow, mbokk yi askan bi comme niñ ko gisee rek ñoo ko gisandoo suñu bopp gis nañ nga xam ne ñooy security personnel c'est responsible pour make sure ne ñëpp ñu ngi seen kër yi by now ñu ngi nii si biti di génn pour seen ndax ñëpp dugg nañ kon donc loolu nekk na loo xamante ne am na si solo waaye si biir gàttal rek lii su nekkoon loo xamante ne dañ ko def si starting bu COVID-19 duggee fii si biir dëkk bi dañ doon arrangé ko trop ni duñ dem ba war a egga fii nii booy nag gis nañ ko ni ba tey rek am na benn mosoo bëgg a gis di génnaam kon la ñu wax si Gambia time is
exactly it seems the car is being intercepted.
Yeah.
Ajibintu, we can see the security personnel are going towards the vehicle. I'm not sure, is it a government vehicle or is it a private vehicle? I'm not really sure, but we can see from the distance the vehicle is being intercepted by the security personnel. So badul coming for Angle Kana Wallandero Molfelo Westfield Jang nal hakilo ba kam bile keta tili sabanya te bir man sekunda e lwa kuto landi ka fu me ko curfew niyo mo doro wolon yu batila landi wato ni nasita dron mo be nyanta sabatle sabati dinkirato foko da kondo mo dawda wato nyetare je talantang nyanta sabatela le wodali lo kam filtara Westfield dron pour isa ya talmel be konoto alsa kala mo tambe kerim banta katu ngala no kala bela falal kala membe kerim banta wodali lo kam mala Gambian Talents promotion fintita isa je pour alialon comme ngaliala nyam media wala ma telephone bulolti wala mal singolti wala mal nyati wodali lo kam mala la kole mol wulindi man sino ko finte isa je al salom membe tamakam banko kondon al salom ajibintu ngajele mamme bake security jita ela moto da retam mafana e jita bake la anda kam to ko la doko like seriously e bay bake kan ko min nyintake la nyame so anu ngamira gamenol fana be mako kanne pour ko doko sonandi kato be sabatin ko da ko kan ni jenjube santeng mashallah e boko mo jabanta mo mantara banta nam ke security personnel dambanti ko le boko mo jabanta mo be kon so kam ta like policy nying people really respect this new policy. Yeah. What do you think?
It's something very important. Dem na lo xamantene amna ci solo torop ni dina don metti torop Gambia su law bi warona juk ne dañu def ko fi ñu ci bari ci ñam ñu duñ abide by the law ñep gëna ci biti duñ duga on time. It will be something very difficult. But they make it easy for people. Most of it's just few people or few cars nga nekk di gis ñu ngi dox ci biti o yaa ngi gis yena boy ñu ngi daw pour ñu bi. But yet still we thank people for making things a little
it seems you know there is someone running there try to it seems like he's running away. I guess
yes, it's very simple. You see, for $5,000 is not a joke.
But he's lucky because you can see the security personnel at the other end of the road, so it seems like today is his lucky day.
It's his lucky day because they are intervening with someone else because I'm being a motor fele. Bugai just stopped to make inquiries. But Gambia nekana plus we have to be careful with the way we are interacting with people. Amadelu de fatali mbokay rek fi la Gambian Talents TV live on Facebook. Fum toni nak dañ gëna ci biir dëkk bi pour xool naka la nit ñi nekkee di cope with the COVID. Hence today is the 3rd day of it. Why nak ba tay duñ tayal duñ sonna fi ci Gambian Talents TV. We do everything pour make sure ne xibaar yi nga xam ne soxla ngeen ko luy daw ci dëkk bi duñ toog rek benn place di wax lu ñu neex waaye foog ñu génn ci biti indil leen wan leen evidence ne this is what is happening. Yusuf, take on that.
Ajibintu, like you rightly mentioned, but don't you think too, because we have seen, from the recent weeks, the top official from the government, started contracting this virus. Don't you think too, it's as a result of that too, like people also started respecting it? We can see, our honorable ministers, ranging from our VP, the Vice President, Dr. Haja Aissatou Toure, Lord Mayor, Talib Bensouda of Kanifi Municipality. Of course, we can see the Petroleum and Energy Minister, Fafa Sanyang. We also have seen Women and Children and Social Welfare Minister too, Fatu Kinte. So don't you think too, it's because of these ministers, started to contact the virus, so that's the reason why people started respecting?
Yusuf, loolu doon na loo xamante ne yokk na si mbir bi ba tax nit yi ñu start di take things serious because soo bàyyee xel o nga delloo sa xel si gannaaw rek mbas bi bu mu commencé di COVID-19 most of the people soo leen waxee ne COVID-19 is something real. I have people that I know, I interact with people. What they tell you is ndax xam nga ko xamante ne am na COVID-19. That was something that was disturbing people a lot. So now we were asking, do you know somebody that have COVID-19? Okay, we were asking and now we have seen it.
I think now we have seen enough.
We have seen enough. We have seen enough of it. So lady, it's high time you delo what's in health now. You make sure they take the measures that have been given by the government. But so whole this top personnel, it worries people. How do they manage to get in contact with the virus?
Well, I think Ajibintu, it's very simple. We know the ministers. Their calendar used to be very busy. Busy schedule. Engagement. Going department to department. Meeting people. So it is very possible. Especially when they're having a talk. They're going to be using the same mic, the same podium, the same chair. So it's very simple. For these people because it's like they are at the risk of contracting this this virus, and it's exactly what really happened. Even though the doctors might not tell them like exactly where and how they contracted, but based on the experience and of course analysis, we can say it is due to their daily engagements. They engage and interact with a lot of people, departments, other ministers as well. So I think it's through their engagement, don't you think?
Yeah, you so man linga wax nonu soko analyze tam suñ ko segat ko xol ko ndurina lo xamantene it's very worrying. Cause so xolé these ministers guys then they engage a lot. So then you're them plus they will be sharing the same mic. Key super podium be kele mutagofa. So lolo don't know hamantane serious na torop because no all useful. Man government car they are using the same car to collect this person and take this person over there.
It's very sad.
Or collecting people. It's very worrying. The again CBT put on Vox Pop around Serekunda based on transportation drivers in your ball and civil motor. People can follow that on GTTV. So man was very worried. You know what he told me? He was like, government nyom si sen bopa, sen moto nyom dañ fa their face.
Sure.
So how do they expect people not to be full in the vans and taxis? So lolu nekala lo xamantene it's worrying a lot. The whole moto bobu non tamit nit mu duga ñu ngi wone COVID-19 su fekke it's on your hands, not touch a iron. It lasts there for long. It doesn't die that easily.
Yeah, on hard surfaces.
Yeah, you stand on a podium when you not take
exactly.
So that's another person when you are drop.
Even Mike, because we do observe during their speeches, they might be spitting, so little spitting. So all of these things might be as a means for you to have this virus. So it's very possible, like you said, exchanging mic, the podium, the chairs, and of course even though we understand that right now there's no shaking of hands, but people always try to give each other the elbow. Even that I'm always I even say like it's still physical contact. So it shouldn't be. We say physical social distancing. So I think it should be respected. And trust me, if this thing, if COVID-19 had been well respected, by the government from the beginning of the of this whole story, trust me, today we would have been narrating different story. Don't you think so?
I believe so. So we won't just do that in Gambia. We take it so serious. Can be Gambia didn't take a stage. No. Nobody expected to reach this stage. But you know what happened to us? We were being ignorant.
Obviously.
Like I always say, Gambia don't have disease you haven't and that is ignorant and COVID-19. And the ignorant is like 90% and COVID-19 is 80%. So hangalo the family tora purdomi adamo muheako. Imagine a law it's killing thousands of people in other countries. And in your own country you're having 2 and 3 just been infected and not dead.
And the saddest part of it, do you know that like still up to day, today I'm telling you today, some people will even argue that the number of the death rate toll is not even true. That they understand that there have been a lot of people that died from COVID-19, but they said that number is just being fixed by the government in order for them to meet their number of estimation. Because if you can recall the international organization like the United Nations have estimated that in few months coming the Gambia will be experiencing high death rate and of course COVID-19 cases. So people are just saying that some people died at a hospital. They will just check them. Okay, the autopsy will just prove that it's from COVID-19. While it's not true. So it's this can tell us that still now some people did not believe COVID-19 is real, and it exists. It does exist.
Talking to your
it does exist.
On meeting the day recently, it's getting higher every day. Imagine I went to the Red Cross. From the horse's mouth I get this information from Yusufa. Dama dem pour my interview Buba Dabo, the spokesperson of the Gambia Red Cross Society, because all of us know currently people that die of COVID-19, ñoo xamantene ci mbass bi lañ gañu. Red Cross ñoo take care of them, ñoo dem def seen burial ci.
And of course we must also acknowledge for the job well done they are doing to this country, because a lot of people distance themselves from most of these dead bodies, but Red Cross they just risk everything, because the only thing they believe in is humanitarianism. Like they will say serve and honor is our motto. So I think we really salute them for their job well done. So thank you, the Gambia Red Cross Society, and of course to all the Red Cross workers around the world.
So Yusufa, when I talk to him, I interview him on the amount of deaths that they are having recently. what the man told me was very shocking. Because them college, when they come in from Tony, how are you people coping with it? Is the work been easy? And it was so sad that the man have to reply me that within 7 days, they buried 30 people. 30 people. And what are we receiving? We are receiving 16 on the data review. And he was like, we have some that are already tested positive and some that are suspected cases of COVID. So 30 people are dying. 30 people died within 7 days, and some are expected to be suspected cases of COVID, and some are already COVID positive, which is the 16 that they put on the data analysis. So what are people waiting for? What other proof do they need to believe that COVID-19 is something real?
And I think, just 2 days ago, we have seen the video of Imam Fati, on Facebook. He was on sensitization to sensitize the Gambians that the virus does exist, whether it's been created by, like we said, man-made disease, but it does exist. So therefore, people should try to stay home as much as possible, hand washing, wear your face mask, especially if you're going out in public. It's very important. And from the video, Ajibuntu, I can tell you, the Imam himself, used his scarf as his face mask. So, and that too is inside his home. So that shows that, how our religious figures are taking this thing very seriously. So that's why it will be very, very important for us to take it seriously. And like what he was emphasizing on is that if the government can give the market in a specific period, from like they say, from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the market to be open. And we all know the reality of our markets today. If you go, there is no policy or regulation being respected. There is no social distancing. People are going to be pushing each other. Some people will even see them not even wearing masks. Some will be having masks, but just wear it over their chin. So which is the order of the day. So in a nutshell, this is telling you that how now the government, our leading figures are really taking this thing to be very serious. So I think like the Mandinka will say, tulbusa killing but akanyayalele. So I think it's up to us whether to accept it or not. But whether we accept it or not, know that it is happening, and just look at our neighbors in Senegal. We have seen them, a day Senegal do see more than 160 something cases. So what is the difference between Gambia and Senegal? So it's all the same geographical location, the same people, the same culture. If it can affect them, in a rate of 1,000, trust me, even in a rate of 2,000, it can also affect us. We are not an exception. So I think we just have to accept our fact. We just have to accept the reality. We just follow the protocol of COVID-19 regulation, that is, a regular hand wash. And also, if you say hand wash, it doesn't just have to be, when you're going out, you wash your hand, or when you come in. It have to be at all time. People have to be careful. Also wearing of gloves, we have seen it, people are not doing it that much. But I think, Ajibuntu, it's very, very important. Especially, you that, going out to work, you are touching different surfaces, get inside the transport. So I think it will be very, very important for people to start wearing gloves. It's very important.
Yes, for suma sukandiko ci say cadeau rek ci sa biir wax bi nga doon wax ci mbiri ki nga xamne is a high person in the Gambia mu gëna di joxe some warnings advice Gambians yaa ngi dem to a certain period yaa ngi wax about the market and how people are coping with it. You so wax bi ñaar la fu mu toll nii. Things are very difficult. Gis nga dama dem ci marché bi, I was having another project to do. Unfortunately, madam ma meet with certain men ñu ngi toog soo leen xoolee sax nga xam ne ñii really dañ joomi in the Serekunda market so waxee ñu ne la ma ne leen sëñ bi lu xew mu ne ma ñun kay dañ joomi because naka nga ñëwee rek nga wax ñu tëjal sa bitig bi and you didn't tell us anything, not knowing that ñoom si seen boppa ñu ne ñoom luñ dee depend mooy pour nga ñëw liggéey tey nga génnee fa dépense nga joxe. So the man was so worried mu ngi toog ma ne ko ne lu xew mu ne ma lan laa yóbbu suma kër. Man laaj ko so yow what do you think will be the solution mu ne ma ni ne xanaa su fekkoon ne sax dañu may a particular period boo xamante ne dinañ si mun a raba luñ yóoni kër ñu yóbbu kër waaye ñu ñëw rek ñu ne ñu tëj leen. It's something very difficult for them. Te soo xoolee loolu it has two cases. Soo leen bàyyee ñu ubbi they would have income. They have their own side, their own advantage. But the disadvantage is the way people are interacting is very serious.
And it's very difficult, for people to control it because, by looking at the reality of Serekunda, the place is not that much big, and also, people are always jam-packed together. So even if you said that you're going to observe social distancing, I bet you cannot do it. So I think at this point in time, it will be very important for us to remind our viewers that, they are watching Gambian Talents promotion. Like I said, it's the third day, night in the Gambia since the government has imposed curfew in the country, and we're just out to see inside the town. We are right here along the Serekunda highway going towards the black market. We just wanted to see the situation, how it is, because like I said, a lot of people are inside, but trust me, even they wanted to know what is going on outside. So as the media, we serve as people's eye, their hand and everything. So that's why it will be very important for us to come see the situation and let us know, are the government really coping with this new regulation? I think it will be very important. So badu come be mon fokandro wala nyinte ko mol film fintata jang sato kono katunal hakilo ba kandro masakunda Curfew le dindi banko kan and bele kita tili sabanjamati wala na dalilo kam mol ko mole finti isaje pour ngaje ko membe ke sato kono bar komal be albaje ka nyamen screenoto sato kono be kolayar na kamto regulation ni mole respect le ya moyle ya mutala fanan kati mommoje mobe konoto katu punishment no be laro kunna to wala momo yalon ko yemuta ande tamare imanke dokulat me yalon ko be loptan do ko wala to pharmacie do ko wala ko interbe nyim menaten kibar talala muitati masukunda e melando kunna to wala made be 5000 na jola ne amoy don 5000 wala angale ko do wuli lulu e be wala jola so andu malala santem banko be kolare nyal mo si song ela wuli lulo fitira poso kono aita aje do yala be van do me fanya na konyor akonya ngabere ne aje masukunda ko ne me mo de 5000 na jola wala ndia brok akonya masukunda sa inventable wala na 5000 okay kone me mudare so you're going to pay 5000 because the government has gone broke now
te xamane dika bi fum tollu time bi ni pour nga gagner $5000 is used for joxe ko ci ndoxi kesse why not you stay home? And it's a very good idea that the government don't choose like $1,000 or $500, but they go to the $5,000. How many things can you have in $5,000? So for that, it's high time you talk here. Let's make work easy for everybody. You avoid these crowded places. You make sure we put on our face masks and not to forget about the gloves. Most especially you are always in this transport vehicles, because mind you, so do get severe van bi yow nekuloo the first person pour nga duga ci bir van bi so legi yow ku la njëkka duga you don't know if the person is with the virus or not because ñu ngi wax ne like treat everybody like they have the virus so that you can be safe.
There could be a potential threat to you guys.
Bul xool kenn nga ne suma xarit let me how you no trust is a friend boobu noonu. He also trusts anyone else out there and you don't know which is which. So nit mu duga ci ñu tok ci togo bi mu tek fa loxom bi saxat na and we all know how ignorant people are now. Da nga gis ko duga ci bir van bi mu ngi sol face mask am bi mu ko def ci ron chinam bi at the same time the person is coughing. So ko saxat na xamulo lum saani ci suuf yow nga ñu nga tek ci sa loxo bi your glove.
Doguma la nak bu la yalla dog. Just yesterday at my neighborhood someone came from Serekunda, he got a shop at Serekunda, he sell mobile. So he just closed, he was just shaking hand with everyone at the ghetto. So when he wanted to shake, I said no. He said why? I said no, I can't do this because you're from Serekunda. I don't know how many people have you interacted today, how many customers visited you. You don't, and I'm sure 100% you did not even wash your hands. So do you expect me to just shake hand with you? And I think these are some of the things we should be very, very careful. Can you imagine someone left their place since in the morning, go out to work. During the day we interact with several kind of people. So that guy just come and wanted to give you there's nothing like kamal wala maslaha. No, don't do it because this is about your health. So I think you should be the one to safeguard your health. It's very important. I'm not taking that Ajibindu.
Seriously. It's like you malu and you maslaha, you malu
exactly.
and you maslaha your own life. Because you endanger
yourself. You don't know.
Just look at the death that they announced, the man that died inside his car, 7 years of bread. it deals with your lungs, so you don't know when it's going to affect you. Because people in Africa, or shall I say in Gambia in particular, when they get things like it's a normal fresh cold. They will have something like they will be having the symptoms, but they will still stay home and then be saying fresh cold and common cold and I'll be fine.
And Ajibinto, I think it's high time to for us to take note at the shop. Just a few minutes before 10 p.m. 10 o'clock p.m. I just step inside the shop just to buy bread, and of course the guy just there are two guys inside the shop actually. So the first one was there, but the second one was outside. He just came in and someone gave him money just to buy half bread and of course with egg. So what I was observing I was observing very well. So he just came inside without even washing his hand. He just take out the bread, cut it and just start touching the egg. So it's very, very pathetic. You just as a shopkeeper, I think you should be very vigilant. You should be extra careful. People health should be your primary responsibility, especially as of now. It's very important. So these are some of the things that people have to be very, very, very careful. But wala story in Sasha Nalbe, because I feel that it's very important. Ndunda bituko kono bituko nyimbitaka tuning ifla beje actually. So yemuneke imofla be dokola bituko kono but kilindo nyimdije kilindo nyimfintara. So bira duntana mbakoro sekanda dunta bituko kono ay bundayla dunta kontwaro ko mabuloko nyindo ko do dial akay mboro ni sisikilo afma mboro fintinde ya fara sisikilo ta mabulora mbaji be kande. So ite kam ne tande mola wala ite mu nekke kam mola ite yanka be wa fro at this time comme ça en sa me corona la fankaso kon ajiventu what the maninka sweet fankaso we are at the middle of the ocean of COVID-19 because it's rampant, it's everywhere. So he just came in started preparing the bread without even washing his hand with soap. So it's very pathetic, it's very disgusting, and I think mo nyente hakilo tawta bagel bitiko to ni tara je sande fon ko sana bitika tiol nyentale la bitiko ko for sanitizer londe ki bulol ku let's say every 5 minutes. It's very important because mo nekata mo la kadon always be kodo dila ande kodo me bulol exactly ita fon ko kodi kilina ma so ngara mo la jata kenda nimmo nimbitaka tiol ma hati itinyanta ka hatile. So by this time the best thing is nimi mburo sana bitiko kon tara ke mburo mayne so 6 kilo fa sana nifita so ko ni bulo ko fa sana set yela 6 kilo ta ke mburo kon ndanga jikide wala important. It's better than bitaka tiol bijele ibuke bulo ko it's not a be provocant but it's the reality ajibinto wala tonyati nimol mafudo yalla benafiki yake wala tonyati ibukason ne bulo kula. So it's very, very important. People should be very, very extra careful,
Mbokay suma ko nare dakantal ci olof like Yusuf num ko don waxe don na story bo xamantene is very important. Mom num ko waxe comme dafa dem ci boutique bi pour jënda mburu ak nen. Waye bu mu demee ba dugga ci biir boutique bi borom boutique bi dafa gëna ci mbéda bi mu dugga ci waat. Xam nga nit ku gëna ci boutique mu dugga ci waat te fa ak keneen ko jox ko xaalis mu ñëw ba pare mu ne dafa jaay. Mu ñëw pour jaay raxasuwut deful dara waye dafa ñëw rek xaar mburu bi jël nen bi xooli ko ak loxoom def ko fa te xam nga ne loolu doon na loo xamante ne dafa war a teppa si xeli jàmbu surtout maa ki nga xam ne moo jël mbuuru bi dem di ko lekka yow xamuloo borom bitik bi bu mu génnee si bitik kan la interactal ba pare borom bitik yi most of the time before they touch the bread they first take the money xaalis bi xamuloo fen jógee son foog naa in this thing askan bi ñoo war a dimbale wante because ku nekk soo demee si borom bitik bi mu nar laa jaayee noonu nga kaas fa luwa nga kaas fa sa raay ni du la jaayee noonu mbuuru bi foog raxasuwut su communauté mu bàyyi ko then I think all of them kenn du bëgg a ñàkk sa profit Yusufa kenn du bëgg a jënd mbuuru ba pare nga teg ko fa mu fanaan kenn du ko jënda kon do di nga teg hand sanitizer booy use or di nga teg ndox pour raxasu. It's high time for people to be more civilized. Be so mindful in what they take. Bu ñu xool COVID-19 bi ne it's something loo xamante ne soo raxasuwut danga koo am rek or soo amee contact with the person. We're supposed to be conscious with even the food we eat. Leka bu ñoo leka sa dañ ci war a bàyyi xel because yow ngoro ma nit ci mbira bi mu ngi jaay xamuloo passé lu nit ki fu mu jógee xamuloo nu mu ko préparé bàyyiloo xel nit ku laa jaay surtout ma most especially ñu dee jaay si mbira bi foo leen fekk ñu ngi waxtaan pour interact with their clients so kooku mu ngi wax you don't know what is coming out of our mouth solid max.
Ndeysaan.
So foog naa doomi Adama is high time ñu jàppalante suñ bopp buñ maslaha with our lives. Let us not use our lives as a wanteer. Suma benn friend lu mu dee wax. It's out of time for me to wanteer my own life. I have a long way to go.
And like I said, I'm not gonna make any maslaha or even feel shy to any person. Like I said, kulunko janno mobata nan serakunda aka wafirol ko jebirin so manda nata aka bulodi lan nambe siring na korda bundala bulodi mobile fonte manson bulodi la ako ni muneke tanka ko nte bulodi la nka because birin so manda to wafirol la serakunda nka ko tilo kono eni tilini alate mojul nata le bitikoto mojul nata mobile daraje mojul nata mobile sangalaji ede jita na nka ngane bini wol bitikoto eni alate nka mi buloko nka ni be kalela yetili ni alate mi buloko de yalo nka so ite na yebulo di mo lan silo kam fana because gambe mo be gambe no ngal no ko jente la ado ni hadamal be nyamel je bu ka silo muta fay futa soko no eni mo fula mo saw mal wala hadamal ñoo konton ed ani mo jollo ke mo yolan ete futa soko ni me bulo ko bulo di la mo lan danga malo la nga maslaha jobe nga nat jata ken de pudde njakon ngal mu kun to kala hay gambia ala nga nafiki ya bula ni mo man tonya wallahi mbo fani ala fala mo la jata ken de man sokunda tonya lo irresponsible tal pour que la mol tankani la fengol bara bitata fana hadamani wala te fani la jata ken de tanka mota fana ko man sokunda la bato wala binana na jata ken da tanka wala na nga mol je ka fuko mom masko so I think the government should provide the mask. Yes, it's true. Ning government ya soto they could have do it would be very ideal, but ning man sokunda ma ke fana in case of one reason or another I think it's also very important for you to provide your own mask. Okay, to be honest at fintinyale bala na me ikaf wallahi hatti talala so ngamero sifal ajibintu mo ñu tak hakilo to atla. And also I think at this juncture it will be very ideal for us to remind our viewers, you know, they're still watching Gambian Talents promotion, and of course this is our nice stroll, you know. Today is the third night, like I said, since the government has imposed curfew in the country. So we just wanted to assess the situation, how are people really coping with this new regulation. Are they respecting it? Yes or no? So I think basically that's our main reason of coming. So you can just remind our viewers in Wolof language, of course.
Yes, Balama Dugasi remind the viewers, Yangi was something very important, which is new day talk nan my face mask, so the more hard but government when you provide a face mask. Yes, so this is something that is very serious. You know, ka take sa life si hoti garte, opere nga da nga har government to provide for you. So that is actually very difficult. Yow do talk nga ne man government lay ha. Your government da nga xam da ñu amé xaliss bobu nonu pour provide la face mask. Government is saying that we have so many things to take care of. All the people that are coming from abroad that have to be put on the quarantine centers.
It's too much.
Look at the people that are infected with the virus. The amount of medication being given out. Your tax bobu yeb nekut sakaw. Latta wunya dara use of please just buy a mask for $50. Sometimes you have
and I think even that $50 initially it was $25, but you know Gambians, you know, we always take advantage of situation. You know, this is the period where, you know, like I always said, you know, this is the time when, you know, humanity desperately needs us, you know. So instead of, you know, remaining the price at $25, guess what? The price has you know, pumped up to $50. Some are even selling $75 because yesterday I bought a mask which is costing $75. But at the end of the day, I have to negotiate with the guy to make him to make it $50 for me. So I think it's also very important, you know, the time that, you know, we need each other. I think we should even make things more easier, but not to capitalize, not to take advantage of the situation. So often
and taking advantage of each other, Yusufa, I think we should take advantage of making our health good. Yusufa, even to buy max of $50, let me say, it's very expensive.
Sorry for continuing, but here is Black Market Hydra Plaza. Look at it on a normal daily basis. You know, here used to be jam-packed, you know, full of people, you know, Black Market boys interacting, you know, business people, you know, cafe tuba sellers. But right now, just look at it in the sun. Nobody is around, you know, everybody is just inside. Mashallah, we can see the security personnel doing their job. Salute to them, of course. They are doing pretty good job.
Good job to help people stay at home. The use for Sohole, taking off maxes moneka $50 is used for. Recently we have tutorials going on about how to make your own face mask. Used for living, how to call it, kawas. Kawas used for. You can use that and make your own face mask than waiting for government to provide for you. It's your life, so you have to fight hard for it. So I think it's high time for Gambians to pay attention to their own life and health. Mbokk yi askan bi comme niñ ko gisee rek fu mu toll nii ba tey ñu ngi Serekunda around Black Market di génn pour xool li nga xam ne mooy daw si biir community buñ nekk nii waaye fu mu toll nii nag fi ñu nekk nii nag gis nañ ne ñi nga xam dañoo nekk si biti pour xeex ne gis nañ nit yëpp ñu ngi toog seen kër ba tey nag ñu ngi ci seen kaw liggéey ñuy def salute and kudos to them. Yusuf lii doon na loo xamante ni something very important. It's helping a lot.
Like you rightly mentioned, it's helping a lot. I think right now we are just after the Black Market. This is basically the Serekunda police station. You can see the police, there is a tight presence of the security personnel around. So it even seems like, they got some people out there, Ajibintu.
It's very good because at some point in time, Danga find out that you have youths that are very, 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 very stubborn. When you toxic, they'll be like, "Haral ma toxic, buntu kerbi rag ma campaign for funono." And at the end of the day, you'll be harming people. You're making work difficult for others. Talking of work being difficult for others, let's look at the frontline workers. Nakala work, people are not doing what they are supposed to do. Like so, do they see the people the way they are jamming inside Yusufa without having social.
At the end
of the day, it's difficult for the frontline workers to work.
Ajibintu, let me just talk to the guys in local language. So, badi ngol be Serekunda police station wala nyati ngol nateng nga police sol jele security will be siarin jele kendeke. So akamuntale be na pare kan purkata kila doko enforce because ngano kata dula jamal let Jonestown, Westfield, Chipa Garage. So I think kata dula jamal to purkaje ko yela doko nying sambano dron ko ngafu nyameno sa ente mubi nyenta tarra konotol because momo ni mutabanta dron alaman tankala wote mari be 5,000 Gambian Talents le jola. So ngamira kuno wote me yalan ko by this time mote sonna pour yo ko do bondiajo ko me aji binti hafa nyamen don ko diko bo kala nyaaw ñu corona jamal
doguma la te yalla bulla yalla dog but currently it's something very serious I am seeing right now. Yusuf is very important ne ñi nga xamne ñoy dimbalé loi pour ñu make sure that this coffee is happening. They have to be outside to help people to make sure that things are going in the right way. Why Yusuf xolal ma ñi fuñ togué ni li nga xamne moy social distance buñ joggé wax legi nga xamne it's making more difficult for people. Yusuf it's not happening and it's something very sad and this will be the same people that will have to go back home and interact with their family. Ñi ñoy nekkat eleksi Marseille pour confront people to do the right thing. So we are all at risk. I think it's high time the government help more to educate their people on naka la gay wara communicate with people and naka la gay wara liggéey because all I feel nit naka la dajaloy at the same time.
Of course and these are the security personnel ñi la molti mel yalan ko wala kalwa wala kamul ma ko pour kalwa ñin famande bar sila nol fo man tarake kan silang ajibin ko ya fa ñame rek ngamera be ko la bakele. So social distancing akam da Gambian they always have problem with it. It's very difficult. More social distancing akam da ne problem also kala because ngajele amanta takan kuma intakale these people are security personnels.
Yes, luma la ko waxee rek moo fa nekk fu mu toll nii gis naa ne ñun ñëpp dañu war a xeex ñu gis ne things are in place waaye du nekk comme doomi aadama si biti ñu ngi try pour make sure that ñu ngi am all preventive measures. This is part of what the WHO asked us to stop doing. Lii sarta ak luwaa yi nga xam ne dafa tegu si kaw mbas bi di COVID-19 aye nañu dajaloo bi aye nañu mbooloo bi fu mu toll nii mel ni ñu ngi xeex two things at the same time Yusufa COVID-19 and ignorance. Because I know very well that they know what the law says about this COVID-19 and yet still they are doing it. So it's just like they are ignoring what is really happening.
And it's the reality.
It's the reality. This is the hard fact. People might see it as you are criticizing them, but we thank them and send them kudos for making sure things are happening in the right place. But yet still, Yusufa, it's very sad that our own people that are supposed to help us are the same people that are making this public gathering. So it's you should be doing your job, yes.
So I think it's just too much of hypocrisy. Like it's very sad, for you to come out publicly, saying, you have to be doing this, you have to be doing that, but at the end of the day, you that are advising people to be this or to be that, you're not even doing. So what is that actually telling people? So badu no come albenya bala nyamen drong mbesera kunda police station o nyaati mona police ol jele mel yalon ko itlebe mararem pour kanyin suta do ko nyin ka make sure ko molbe konotole ngajele be interact nyu nyamen. So there is a little observance of social distancing. So ngamero kulo what me yalon ko akamunda ko ngamen call ye problem also when it come to doing that, because always we are still on our curfew night stroll with Gambian Talents promotion. This is part 2, I can say, and we are right here at Senegambia main junction. This is the time of the night, where you can you don't even see anyone, and this is Senegambia, a place that used to be very, 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 very lively and of course very, very interactive. When you talk of clubbing, it's Senegambia. When you talk of ambience, it's Senegambia. When you talk of any form of enjoyment, it's Senegambia. But right now, look at the place. Look at the reality of Senegambia. There's no one outside. The only people we can see, the security people, executing their job, of course, but other than that, you are not seeing anything. So I think it seems, like I said earlier on, the government people are really, really observing this new regulation. People think that it's going to be very difficult. The securities are going to face, with a lot of challenges when it comes to enforcing, but it seems, the government people have proved them wrong. So bad coming for a wall to Molfil Senegambia to draw. So Senegambia be a Lunyamindo, Nico enjoyment or Senegambia, Nico Nidia Senegambia, Nico club in Senegambia, Nico ambient Senegambia, but in day san Alaju be Santan, Albucamoji Senegambia, Naman police solti for Yankumon Kunol Melbetakande, Naman could take Moli Yang, and the Jamu Palace Remanco Santan, Jankatar Fire in the Jambe Interactive and Jambe Live leading, Jandon Savon coming 24 hours Dulan Senegambia, Sudan Tulubeka Kanyan and Ajibinto.
Mbooloo mi askan bi ñu leen di dalalaat ak jàmm nag di leen wax ne yéen a ngi seetaan Gambian Talents TV pour ñu indil leen nag li nga xam ne mooy daw ci biir dëkk bi si Curfew bi ñu nekk nii fu mu toll nii nag nekkuñ fenn rek fu du Senegambia suñu waxee Senegambia dara du teppi topp si kaw xeli nit ñi lu dul parti ku ci buñ ne Senegambia rek doomi aadama bu nekk parti nga ko xamee cil nga ko xamee party after party is the title I give to Senegambia.
It's a party land.
Waaye fu mu toll nii nag gis nañ ne fi nga xam ne mooy Senegambia banging a sellout from seeing how the police at Serekunda are trying their best to make sure that things are okay. But at the same hand, they are doing things that doesn't go with the law of COVID-19. They use for munna wax barki demba man ak ki nga xamne moy Fatamba dañ andon fini si hospital bi felenele Nyambang Hospital pour dem seet xam nga foofu lañ nekk di defee testé pour COVID-19 ñu egga foofu noonu the place is closed. We talked to the security personnel ne dañ bugg a dugga just to have a commentary and show the people, because that is what we do at Gambian Talents. We go out to show the people what is happening.
Even if they deny us of entry,
we stand outside and
the fact
do
of the matter is,
but this one was so unfortunate. Ne dañu ak security person ne dañoo dugga si biir to take a footage and do commentary mu ne waaw ñu dem and start the thing to go ahead. So mu call bossam, which was a very right thing to do, because moom tam si yoon la nekk di liggéey mu call ko pour confront ko. So bu ñu ñëwee joxaat Fatsamba phone bi, and Fatsamba is somebody so conscious about this COVID-19. She doesn't have friend with anyone. Sa mobile la. Your stuff is your stuff, my stuff is my stuff. She doesn't do friendly thing about this COVID-19. So bro bi daf ko jox phone am bi pour mu ne ko waxala sama boss, mu ne ko non tuyal sa phone bi nga def ko on speaker ma wax, because I didn't even trust anything. So ni ñoo amee waxtaan boobu noonu Fatsamba war a wax ak that other person on the phone like am ko dugga si ak lifin jaasi. Imagine journalists doing their work to make sure that they provide first-hand information for the society, nga gis ko fula si ak jaasi. So if at all we
other than party ambience. Also we are arrested in attempting to stage a program like in Same Karantaba, for example. According to report, 11 people were arrested because they wanted to stage Celibo program. That is for this Pastor Baski. So also we learned that at Senegambia they also arrested. Welcome back, viewers. Like I said, this is the part 2 of Curfew Night Stroll with Gambian Talents promotion. So we are right here at Senegambia. Like my co-presenter said, when you just had Senegambia, the first thing that comes to your mind, it's party, enjoyment, ambience, party after party. Yeah. And I think, it reminds me of my party people, my party people, Malada Jala and others. So yes, it's too bad, they're inside, they couldn't even go anywhere, much less to have access to party. So talking of party, Ajibintu, it could be recalled that just a few days ago, just during the Tobaski feast, Banasalo, in Same Karantawa, I think that's where my mom came from, Same Tandala. And do you know that, David, that's where my mom came from. It's Karantawa Tandala, yeah. So, they arrested 11 DJs. Wow. For attempting to stage Tobaski program. And also, we also learned that in 2 DJs were also arrested in Sare Sambel, I think is in CRR, which is Central River region. For also, they have already gathered the children, according to the police, so they wanted to do this ambience, but unfortunately, they have been intercepted. I think it's good. It's a good thing because it's our culture, it's our doing. Every feast, we gather at one place, be it Senegambia or at the major junctions to organize a party. But this time, this is different time. This is different era. So the DJs or the party organizers, should be extra careful. They shouldn't just be selfish to look at their own interest. Maybe for the little $100 or $200, they're gonna gain from it. Public health is everything. Can you imagine if the whole nation is infecting? May God forbid, will they even be thinking about this? So I think that's why Ajibintu is very, very important. Morning hakiloto, morning mantara pati jamanoto, mantara bumbai jamanoto, o jamano sa morning kodi wala at least for now. Yeah, at least for now. So it's very important, Ajibintu.
Yeah, it's something very important. Yusufa comes mokono da kantal noko waxe ci olof rek ay fan ci gannaaw arrest nañ ay DJ yo xamantene ñu doon try pour organize party pour xalé dajalo mëna enken sen bopam ni culture la fi ci Gambia bes julli wala ci julli ci eleksi patti daf dé faral di am no stuff dé faral di am pour xalé mëna dajalo enken sen bopa way nak jamono juñ nekk ni nekkuñ ci jamono party nekkuñ ci jamono bëggi jamono ar suñ bopa it's high time you recognize ko. And the DJs, they are kind of selfish for organizing. Give $100 or $200
exactly.
Profit organize DJ. No life. That person, one particular person, his or her life is more important than the life than the $100 or $200 is that we are having so far. So I think the DJs themselves they're kind of selfish. But the parents, where are they? Who gives the kids the permission to go out?
Talking about these places, down there in Same Karantaba, for them, I think, the only problem is that, most of our people, especially at the village and other areas, they don't really believe in this the disease. You understand what I'm saying? So, near the Kavil Sasanya combo. So, because, Same Karantaba Mantra combo, so because, they think, it's a COVID-19 free area, and which is untrue. So, but I think, the police will doko kela because make sure they arrest le itakela koteng hani lafta kela vesa jetakela so ko nga fanya mul mantar pati jamanto mantar bumbay jamanto mantar ambiance jamanto so nyu wado to me yalon ko ila fa pati le nyaw nyanding ila jare ken nan tanga ro gana important non tan man ko to Senegambia femme yalon ko asil mul tanga kana Senegambia by this time trust me sasa da mani kuran da mani so nsab albala da mani wala because naman ko Senegambia by this time no jankata farin
to add on what you are saying, it's high time right now. See, we're Gambia. You see, Red Cross part of the principles. You have the first aider's life first. Your life is more important than the life of thousands. So, it's high time for the whole Gambia. Each and everyone take as if my life is more important than the life of thousands. If we treat ourselves like that, trust me, very soon we're gonna be out of this. Because so Hene, I don't trust Yusufa, so I'm not getting close to Yusufa. Honestly, there is no way Yusufa can infect me. Because they don't concentrate on their health, so they don't even know what is going on with their system. So they might do it, and they don't even know that they are in contact with the disease, and they will be friendly with you, contacting you, and so many things are happening. So fogna second thing nga xamne moy Senegambia di place party after party mo na MP kon dog na kenen ko wara organize party.
But Ajibinto, on a serious note, I think may God do that after this whole nightmare, because I just soon hope one day, 1 year, 1 month this will become history. President Adam Barrow should stage a grand party for governments for respecting this curfew. Seriously, I think at least we deserve that. We deserve it, because governments love to party, governments love ambience, but this I can imagine, you forcing people to sit inside their home. Trust me, it's not easy. That's not something that everybody, we have seen, in some countries like Europe and America, like in UK today, for instance, thousands have gathered at their beach, to enjoy the summer without observing any social distancing, without wearing any mask. So, if governments are saying no to that, we are just going with the regulations of the WHO. So I think, we really deserve to be complimented for that,
Yeah.
So singa mera banko dungol drombe mem foka wala nyinti iba kata kanne nimol ko kato manke man sekunda dam mante kato man sekunda la kato nimol me bloka fije dron ate kenola bar banko dum fane bloka fije la kaje ko min curfew nying ala luwanyin sa tamande ko ande tamana nyame natra mo ma respect. Trust me, by this time Senegambia model ko jatale ibe tarajene ba injo kanja bar santen de sana jube mo man tarajam so wakamone tan dro wala ko mole curfew regulation on mole respect le nga moyle fanan anum fanan security personnel comme en tambetan numela beri Westfield kana fasere konda police station kana fasere gambe jam amba fele do ala baraka, because frontline worker long ibela do ko la kaje coming regulation on yisaji pour ka enforce no. So gambe din fanan milan ko sante be siri la bulu kono nga fi fene kala baraka ba. Trust me, kar natra man kala compliance tanala force songo nyinte keno, because atele sonda, because al comply tele wala na police la do ko de sonare ngaji Senegal kabire curfew dundi il no kundantan kono wala luntantan kono ngaji la kete nyame police le mol butele dol butel fo bina dol baramala je e dol arrest wala la bar gambe je ni ko mammo arrest ni ko mammo buteje, because why everybody is respecting this curfew regulation. I think we all deserve a big applaud for that. So governments could have, security personnel could have, the medical personnel, the nurse, and everyone that is trying their best, to make sure that, we fight COVID-19. They all deserve a big thank. We are not also forgetting to remind our viewers that, they should be, constantly washing their hand, and of course, to wear face mask, especially in public. And when we say face mask, you don't just have to wear it over your chin. So it's not a fashion, or it's for your own good. It's very important.
Askan bi lolu jige romb non rek ñoko gisandora suñ boppa ki nga xamne mom la police bi topa diko master solo uniform. The person is, can I say, is drunk, or is a kind of person that is abnormal, but yet still I think it's not okay, Yusufa, for the person to be drunk or is out of his mind, and then you're using something to shock him. This is what we say about brutality. Sometimes you need to consider and think twice before you do something to your fellow human.
That's why I said, they need proper orientation, because, these are people that are not in their right mind, because you and I will not be doing this. So should in case, they do it, you have to help them, to get them to a safer place, but, not, like using an electric, shock on them. I think, it's very, it shouldn't be. So, Ajibintu, I think, like you said, we have a big work to do. We really need to orient our police. Just a few weeks ago, I went to quarantine center. I had an argument with the security personnel, even despite that following all the protocol, but I couldn't even save myself from them, because that is the culture they know, that's what they know, because they are not being properly oriented. So, and I think it's right, and this is the 21st century, this is the new Gambia, we say it. So, we shouldn't even be seeing these kind of things. I think it's very, very wrong. So, Kulo what may yalon ko mol nyanta hakilo to bakel security la moto fele betambe ka kamte mola arrest be samba kan kumal be yaji nyamen dron ngamera inol bental do ye arrest be samba kan so akamta ko mi aji bin ko mol ya respect la bara kamta han be modan tam han be ya fenkele ya yol mutale sindi moto kono be samba kan so aji bin do ngajele mol sindi moto kon police on ni tambe ta sante be samba kan so ngamero kamune tan molla dolbije iba respect kan ba dolbije imantara a respect kan because natale ba respect kan trust me nyimol mutata ite mutala so ajibin to ngamenan si kata police station o nyinna isaje pour ngaje ibe jindela moto ko na nyamen yi jumal muta if possible pour mol sala membe kere ngame je important ba ka ajibin to
askan bi nak gis nañ ne fu mu toll ni affaire ci Dakar national torop amna ñu xamantene respect nañ ñi nga xamne moy kofel loy yo xamantene ñu ko tek way amna doomi adama yo xamantene li nga xamne moy deugal bop ak ignorance don na lo xamantene sonal na len torop nit ci sété waxtu bi at this point in time of the day that we're talking about coffee how do you expect to see people outside but yet still police lifin the top nañu gadu ay nit di len dem wacce ñu xamantene daf len téye so it's something very serious and something very worrying and we are trying to make sure that we see what is happening li mo tax ñu Gambian Talents TV duñ tok way dañu gëna ci biti pour indi len li nga xamne soxla ngeen ko fu tolli dañ tok rek amna trok buñu yobu buñu romba eno ay ni sen biir ñu ngi duga people don't know what they do let me say we all know what they do time dafa jot dugun sen kër yi but ñu nekk ci biti and that is something that is making work difficult for the frontline workers
obviously especially when it comes to the security personnel
I believe it's high time that we take things serious
ajibin reme fo jeku mata bakela ngajel dron piko poy mol tambinde kedo ndi police station kono so akamata ko mi mu dantal mutal mel yalon ko skeno yolle muta ebe suta yaay wala sainteng so police wala muta yinati nan so ngamira kula wata me yalon ko nyanta mul karanda ndeysan ka netanati sainteng itibe jolle jola 5000 so kula wata me yalon ko sainteng ko ngafu nyamen dron mota parela pour kawoke because mbe ngajela na jamano ko lata nyamen yatna ne dolla do ko tinyate bulu atna ndino dolla bank account be farne tembar bi comme ndeysana be mtita because why inyanta kamen spend wala ka sia nyin covid-19 kono so ngamele la 5000 for you to save that yadu ko kunta me yala ko be kumaso la bagala o be kumala bagala I think it will be very very important too. So far so good. Welcome back viewers from wherever you might be watching. This is all we have for you today. This is Gambian Talents promotion curfew night stroll, you know, just to go outside, see the situation, assess it and try to know how the people are really coping with this new policy. So of course with me is Yusuf Ajati. We have seen, you know, from Westfield here where we started and we come back right here to Westfield. We went to Senegambia police station, to Senegambia, to Kairaba Avenue, but I think it's the same story, you know, people are really coping with this new policy and I just hope, you know, it continues like this because it's not for the government but it's for our individual benefit. So badin kal hakilo balende kandro ni muna suta ya to me yalon ka ken curfew wato kono nga kuma su Westfield jana num felna to la banyan tara sera kundal tara Senegambia nga jele molbe kono to la nga police fana jele be do ko ke ka nyama oto be police la bunda tentu lambe jela fana be gambe dum fana tentu lambe jela me yalon ko le police ni man sekunda ma ko kan kaje ko ni lwa ko to sitamano nga fanya lwa ni fana man karmo na faka bentel na faka so dalilo kamal mbala kilo bulan la ko doron al sisabatu so kono natri man haji sur me yalon ka kumata bakel sabatu so kono hewol ka kumbenyo ka muliya tala social distance wala jam faje nyolon sa sendi bake nga bul ko sendi ni ngambe bul ko dra man ki joda mande hanila ila hand sanitizer isaki no bako kono ke bulo ko wala masko fana important bakel so ko ni bidu na jama ko ni masko ta yadu hande nin ko masko fana mavot tata drum ka ke bom bala wala yadu isaji pre fantan so mu kulati me yalon ko important bakela mol si masko do nimbe fintela bake is global use isaje pour mbe fantan kala nyaari covid-19 insa bay banko kan asike tari koti asike history ti ngajele na banko kan abe ke kan nyamin cases bita kan nyamin even death case mo menketa fala karola tata fumo tanin kono nda men fa so waketa ko to me yalon ko natar ko membe regulation o tamande ka nyanta tala nyamin to ando batan to be sotala to kala kilo balande ko dron ko fi be kering mol si sabati anda ka kuma suto talantanne wala 10 pm kata fa somanda tala lulu suba sel watola oto dalilo kamala nyi wicho kono don ne mom mutabanda drobe wala le kam menta da fo angale ko dal su wuli lulu bole jola anon comme jamono be ko laare nyame malla ka wuli lulu se ka kadi doron sona wonya so dalilo kamala mobe si fantan ka doron e be dawadan because amanke mansati amanke police sol amanke no sol tita fana na falam o dalilo kamala nsi microphone pass na kafunyo mamenketa ajibintuti isaja fana si diamu no mbarin surwale katun akamta lilo sura tona mina dan janne fasama bare alkala jam fadon tumando batun to famala nyina be kan nala janne nyimbe banna hanama ke lolo batil flo pour kana kaytan dala stato kono abita kan nyamen so ajibintu nsi bala do saji si sarabadi walla wada man non dal nal badi malan do isfajata ala barka bake ajibintu e fanan si galta surwa kana dron isaje naketa dron nsi sara katun soko ta felentin trefla kata mol say na mol be mol batun kan sainte
di dellu di leen waxaat asalaamaaleykum askan bi nag di leen dalalaat ak jàmm fii si Gambian Talents TV man la Aji Bintu Ndaw àndoon ak yéen nag si doxantu guddi bi pour xool nag nit yi naka lañ nekk di copie ak situation bi ñu am currently mu nekk coffee boo xamante ne mu ngi daw si biir Gambia di start from 10 o'clock PM si guddi di dem ba 5 waxtu boo xamante ne si la nit yi di prepare pour dem julli ji fajar ñu leen dellu di leen ñaax di leen ñaan pour ngeen topp sart ak luwaay yi nga xam ne teg nañ ko pour xeex mbas bi nga xam ne mooy COVID-19 pour nag nga xam ne dina mun a gaaw a génn si Gambia bi ñu mun a delluwaat si ñu ñëwoon mun a nekk si jàmm ni mbas bi doon na loo xamante ne métti na trop to cope with kon donc ñun leen naa ñaar sarta ak luwaa yi nga xam ne teg nañ ko pour COVID-19 nañ ko continuer di def nañ ko faratal nañ ko jox fulla ak fayda ñun ñu xam ne tamit doon na loo xamante ne defuñ ko pour government it's not for politique nekkul tamit pour kenn nit but pour ñun ñëpp la so séefi sa bopp yaa ngi séef sa famille yaa ngi séef keneen kon foog naa nag mbokk yi lii lañ leen amaloon tey
Aji Bintu wala donc mi yafu nyamen dron mbokka fo mo dan la wala mbe jama mo dan la isi bila regulation yunoma wala social distancing wala ka maskodun ka sabati sokana ibajela pour na jamano ka nyise ka history da sike tari ko de sajum fana safa ha ndeysan 2019 kada 2020 nyinni sotoda but nun ko possible no collective effort long manke coming individual effort but it's collective effort, it's collective responsibility. Like I said, this is the moment where humanity desperately needs us, you know. So, you know, our voice is very important, you know. No voice is little in this moment, you know. Wherever you are, you can contribute to the fighting of COVID-19. Like right now, what we are doing, we are also contributing to the fighting of this pandemic, you know, by, you know, going out, you know, showing people what is really happening. Of course, also sensitizing people. So, moving in a nutshell, imare sila doko kenola. Kana fu manke doctor, kana fu manke police, kana fu manke security personnel. So, sembota nante kenola hani moving kan important la hana tribe sire la bun konole ye kan fay mol me yalan ko silol longa nindabul hecho ni gambele ministry bundala silol tata e mol yamarra wala isaje pour simfan tankano nyin sa secretary ko to kato volontaire bela nato de saje banko smura nyama do ko smura nyama badiyal smura nyama na misirol sile marsol sire dawda sire barot kenola nimol mum bulo nimbe mum bulo ke tablo kan so wada man do dele lo kamal ngafal be ko stay safe, stay blessed, because we are only doing this for you guys. So I wish you all goodwill, and of course wear your mask anytime you're going out. Keep washing your hand washing always with your hand sanitizers, you know, with running water and soap. It's very, very important, because, you know, protect yourself is also protecting the next person behind you. If you don't protect yourself, it means you are not protecting anyone. You know, by protecting yourself, protecting your family, protecting your neighbor, through this we all can be saved. So I wish all of you, each and every of you, you know, to stay home safe. Like I said, if not every day, but, you know, every 2 days we're going to be bringing you this is the night stroll, so you all can know what is really popping out there. So thank you very much. Do have a good night. That is it. Aji Bintu
rek mbas bi doon na loo xamante ne foog nga fagaru mun na siif koo xamante ne moo nekk sa boot amit te doon li nga xam ne tam moo laa siif yow mi sa boppa kon nag fii la si Gambian Talents TV àndoon ak yéen doxantu rek dugga si biir dëkk bi xool lu fi nekk di daw si coffee boo xamante ne mu ngi daw currently di leen ñaan ngir yàlla rek di dellu di leen ñaan tanka ñu ngi nekk si biti di leen indil xibaar yi nga xam ne soxla ngeen ko di leen indil li nga xam ne ittewoo ngeen ko ñu leen di ñaan rek yéen tamit ngeen toog seen biir kër yi su fekkee amu leen itte soxla boo xamante ne rëy na torop bu leen di tax a génn ñu leen di del di ñaax di leen ñaan ngeen toog seen kër yi te di sol seen mag si ba pare di raxasu te bu leen faale tamit di sol grof nit am na si solo bu baax di leen jaajëfal bu baax fii la si Gambian Talents TV ñu doonoon seen tànk seen loxo ak seen nopp rek pour indi leen li nga xam ne itte woon ngeen ko di leen dig daje ba beneen.
Promotion. The Gambia's first non-profit online public broadcasting network and home of culture and entertainment. At GTP, we bring you the best of Gambian creativity right to your doorsteps. Sell your products and services to millions of Gambians and friends of the Gambia via our online radio, TV, and newspaper. Advertise your business and watch your clientele grow like never before. Our content from the Gambia gets the diaspora hooked up to our screen, whilst those in Gambia love what we bring for them from afar. This gives us a unique edge and separates us from the rest. If you want to be heard or seen by the world, contact GTP. We tap, nurture, and promote Gambian talents and businesses. Think promotion, think GTP. For all your event coverages, religious gathering, naming ceremonies, weddings, documentaries, music videos, TV and radio commercial, and more. We also do design and print jobs of all types, logos, business cards, brochures, flyers, t-shirts, coffee mugs, banners, billboards, catalogs, and magazines. We also do lamination and projector rentals. We are the first Gambian non-profit online public broadcasting network with over 300,000 active followers across all social media. Contact GTP on 750-3654 750-3654 or 794-9214 794-9214 404-593-6215 or email us at